Righto, welcome to the Midweek chat. Excited to be with you.
Yeah, I'm Nick. That's Todd.
And I'm Waldo, and it's good to be here.
Absolutely, great to have you.
Absolute pleasure.
Waldo's on for a testimony tonight, so look out. You never know what you're going to get.
Oh,
Waldo.
yeah, never know.
What do we got, Nico?
Might be a few bright sparks. What's fried, grey, and hangs from the ceiling?
Wow. What do you reckon? Have a look at your roof in your home living room.
Some
What do you reckon?
downlights. Power. Oh, there won't be any PowerPoints on the ceiling.
No.
Have you ever made that mistake, Huda? Chucked a couple PowerPoints on the ceiling?
Honestly, on my very first... No, I'm just kidding.
No.
No.
Alright, just skip the joke and I'll send.
What's fried, grey, and hangs from the ceiling? It's
go.
not Huda. It is an electrician apprentice who doesn't listen.
So Matt, what was the most challenging thing for you growing up in your childhood?
So basically, when I was like a young lad, my parents got divorced when I was 5, and I sort of didn't have really didn't really get along with too many people at school, and so basically I stayed at home, went on the computer a lot, started gaming online. Back in the day, the game of choice was Minecraft.
Oh, Minecraft. See, we're doing that at school.
Yeah, so I thought it would be cool if I started up a server and got that going, made it a family-friendly server, because I noticed that was sort of a group that wasn't. There was lots of, servers with games, fun things to do, but there was a lot of negativity going on in the chats and stuff. So basically I started a server that was positive and, had a really good community, and it was basically everything I wanted to see in the life around me that I didn't, and I didn't really know the impact that it was going to have at the time on the people that played on the server. We had a pretty good staff team that caught up each week over Skype, and a couple of years ago when I was about 15 I moved up to Balaclava, and I had a testimony from one of the people that used to play on my server. He just chucked me a message one day and I hadn't heard from him in years. And the name that he used to, his username on Minecraft was actually Satan's Wolf. And he just sent me this message and he goes, "Mate, you've actually changed my life with the way you just positively went about things and had a good staff environment on the server." And he said, "I'm a Christian now." And he said, "I've just completely turned my life around. I've had a couple other people on my server just message and say the same thing." And I was like, online gaming's often looked at quite negatively, but I feel like for me in that time of my life, it was actually something that was my positive outlet, and God still used me even in my brokenness to bring joy to these people. And I never could have ever seen that happening. And I basically spent 2 years of my life just gaming on the computer, and it probably wasn't the best for, my actual environment around me, but I know it definitely helped me grow into the person I am today.
Huda, you got something on your heart that's been a key verse for your life or anything like that? That's been one that you've stood true for the years?
Definitely sort of along the lines of, "For I know the plans I have for you," because coming from down in Adelaide to Balaclava to not really being sure, even after my apprenticeship, because I don't really have any sort of security or if I don't have a job, if I don't have a place to stay, I've literally got no idea what I'm going to do. And it's actually, God uses that in a very good way, because he's if you're going to step out and just send it for me.
Just hold up for the viewers. What does send it mean?
There was this Canadian guy riding a snowmobile.
Oh, I got the video.
Kept absolutely stacking it. But each time, as he just sent it up this jump, he's just gonna send it, and he just kept at it. So
he's "Oh, it's snowy out here. I woke up, it's a little bit chilly, bit snowy. Are you silly? I'm still gonna send it."
So you've adopted that. There's no snow around you, Waldo. There's no nothing. What do you got that you can just send?
Oh my God. So pretty much, I feel like the reason why I'm always like everyone is always commenting like, Waldo, you're always out doing stuff. You're always getting around a bunch of people and just sending it places and stuff. And I feel like that's because
Sent that light bulb into that light switch.
I feel like that's because in the earlier part of my life, I was very sort of an introverted sort of person. And you wouldn't really know that now talking to me because I can't stop talking. But I actually used to be held down by those feelings of guilt and shame and didn't feel like I wanted to really talk to anyone else about it. And so I really kept it all inside. And then coming up here and hanging out with you, Toddy, and getting around with the youth lads and all that, and just getting out on the farm and going, man, these guys really know how to have a good time and, you know, get out there and enjoy life. And so I sort of took that on in my relationship with Jesus and just how I went about things, in that, you know, I've been sitting inside on my computer for 2 years pretty much, just doing nothing with my life, and I'm like, now I've got the freedom to do whatever I want in the Lord's will and what He chooses for me to do. So, you know, I'll make the most of every weekend.
Absolutely.
And my boss loves me for it.
That's what your poor tyres do as well. I saw you got new fresh ones on there. What's been happening to them?
Oh, like they keep getting holes in the sidewalls.
Well, is that because you send it too hard?
Well, yeah,
Through
like,
too many potholes?
too many full drive tracks and stuff. So a bit of a shout out to BF Good. Wait, no, we can't really go on about that. But
Well, this is the send it video.
The Send It video, we'll attach that link. But Waldo, I love your story. It's just so real, and I've heard it said that it takes like a village to raise a child. And I look at you, who's come up from Adelaide, come up to Pete and Kathy, you know, ended up with staying with time with Carl and Tanya, and now with the Barbers and stuff like that. And I just think, isn't it amazing, the family of God, that you've come up here to Balaclava, and just the way that that God's used you and God's opened doors, and your scripture of Jeremiah 29:11 is so powerful. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and give you a hope and a future. And I think that's just evident in your life, and we're just so grateful for you to come and share tonight your story. And so that's the midweek chat for this week. So,
It was a good send by Hooter.
Absolutely, it was a great send.
Send Nation.
Send Nation. Absolutely. So,
absolutely.
thanks for popping on, and we'll catch you next week. Catch you guys.
Alright.